I'd been writing this memoir for several years when it struck me. If I was going to say something new or useful, I'd have to include my whole sad, messy family, going all the way back to Grandpa. I thought, no way, and put it in my attic. Well, it would have been my attic if I had one. At the time, I was a single mom living with Alex and Sammy in a tiny apartment in the valley. Alex was in that awful year between 14 and 15, with me slowly realizing there was something very wrong with him. I didn't yet get that there was plenty wrong with me, too. You feel like you can't breathe and you can't, talk normally or carry on. It's like, you're just at the edge of a cliff and your kid has fallen off and you can't grab him. It's too late. From the moment he was handed to me in the delivery room, Alex seemed not happy to be here. It wasn't until his brother Sammy arrived that I realized just how different Alex was compared to other children. Sammy loved to be stroked, hugged, and kissed, all the things Alex recoiled from. Years later, I was deeply affected when I read a study where mothers described the infancies of their children who went on to develop schizophrenia. It was as if he was in a world of his own, they all said. The exact way I'd so often thought of Alex. Only later did I realize how much untreated mental illness surrounded me growing up, with each generation producing its own tragic figure. In mine, it was my sister, Rita, who fell in love with heroin by the age of 16, destroying herself, much as my father and his father had done before her. I just knew it had to be stopped before another generation suffered the same fate. We have to realize that they need us to reclaim them. And then but in order for me to reclaim my son, I had to reclaim my own feelings. And I had to have feelings which were very painful. It took 10 more years, but I finally found some answers. New science to explain repeating tragedies in families like mine. Some strategies to prevent disorders, even when a child is at high risk. I wrote this book for any parent who has spent sleepless nights worrying about a son or a daughter. This isn't a story about what might have been. It's about us stepping up as parents, fixing ourselves first, and building resilience into our families. From my experience, I can say that treatment works, recovery is possible, and prevention is within our reach.